Good evening. Rushane Patterson, the man named as a person of interest in the death of Anika Slickiana Townsend, was charged today. Assistant Commissioner of Police ACP Clifford Chambers, commander of the Area 1 Police Division, said that Patterson, who was picked up in Hanover sometime after 1 a.m. by an Area 1 operational team this morning, was charged following a question and answer session in the presence of an attorney. ACP Chambers also said that the operation was executed late last night into the wee hours of this morning at the Palm Tree Guest House in Green Island, and it was executed by members of the Area 1 team. ACP Chambers went on to say he was not advised of any challenges in picking up Patterson. He said the operation was smoothly executed, no shots were fired, and there was no confrontation. ACP Chambers further stated that the tactical team was very equipped and competent. The body of the 35-year-old woman, who was from Waterloo Road in St. Andrew, was found in the sea in Reading, St. James on October 21. A post-mortem is slated to be conducted next week, and we will bring you more on this developing story in subsequent newscasts. In other news tonight, a bench warrant has been issued for Simeon Sutherland, the man charged with the fatal stabbing of then Portland Eastern Member of Parliament Dr. Linvale Bloomfield. This after he failed to turn up for the trial today. The Home Circuit Court was told that Sutherland, who is on bail, was dropped off at the court building this morning by his parents. However, he failed to appear in court when the trial was mentioned. Sutherland's mother, who is his surety, was taken into custody over the payment of the $800,000 bail. Sutherland was arrested and charged with murder and misprision of felony in connection with the fatal stabbing of the politician on February 2, 2019. Sutherland was arrested in 2019 by investigators from the Major Investigation Division, MID, after forensic evidence reportedly linked him to the scene of the crime. Bloomfield was found with multiple stab wounds by an employee at his home in the parish on the morning of the fatal attack. Still tonight, a couple from Clarendon was gunned down yesterday in Tollgate, just a day after the body of their son was discovered along a roadway in Milk River in the parish. Businessman Evan Francis and his wife Alicia Francis were attacked by gunmen as they attempted to enter their yard. The incident occurred at about 5:30 p.m. It is reported that the husband drove up to the house and exited his vehicle while his wife sat inside her car. They were pounced upon by gunmen who shot them multiple times. The gunmen then reportedly escaped into bushes. The police were called to the scene, where the husband was seen with gunshot wounds to his upper body and right wrist, while his wife's body was in the front seat of her car. The couple's son, 39-year-old Kenrick Francis, a taxi driver, was found dead the day before. No motive has been established for both incidents, and we will bring you more on this story in subsequent newscasts. As we continue with the news tonight, the Caribbean Federation of Police Welfare Associations, CPFWA, is calling on countries that still maintain the death penalty to execute criminals who attack and kill police officers. The call for harsher sanctions comes as CPFWA raised concerns over the attacks on police officers across the region. In a statement, the CPFWA condemned the recent attacks on police officers, stating that criminals must understand the consequences of their conduct if they kill a state agent. It was also noted in the statement that the killing of police officers on duty has been normalized, resulting in little public outcry when such events take place. The association is urging regional legislators to make the necessary changes to apply harsher punishment to those who attack state agents. Still making the news tonight, The Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, has announced that the new Firearms Act will come into effect this Saturday, November 5, and runs until November 19. It was also announced that an amnesty has been put in place to allow persons with illegal firearms to turn them over to the police without the fear of prosecution. We will bring you more on this story in subsequent newscasts. Continuing with the news tonight, the Ministry of Health and Wellness says it is awaiting the final report from the Pan-American Health Organization PAHO on the discovery of a cluster of Klebsiella pneumoniae infections at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital VJH in Kingston. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton made this disclosure during the sitting of the House of Representatives yesterday. Klebsiella pneumoniae is a bacterium that is responsible for a significant proportion of hospital-acquired infections. Now, these include pneumonia and soft tissue infections, especially in immunocompromised individuals, such as newborn children or neonates. Dr. Tufton said in July 2022, the Southeast Regional Health Authority, SERA, discovered a bacterial infection at VJH, which triggered an immediate investigation and ministry notification. He informed that this investigation revealed a high patient-to-staff ratio and non-conformance with some infection prevention and control (IPC) measures. The minister explained that a plan was subsequently developed by a team from VJH together with personnel from SERA, the Kingston and St. Andrew Health Department, the National Public Health Laboratory, and the ministry's IPC team to address the issues identified. The minister further advised that, out of an abundance of caution, he instructed the team to invite the Pan-American Health Organization, with whom they share an ongoing partnership, and asked them to examine the particular situation or to do a sort of independent assessment regarding what the issues may have been. Meanwhile, the minister has expressed condolences to the families and loved ones of the babies who have succumbed to Klebsiella pneumoniae infections. He said the loss of lives is sad and unfortunate and must never be downplayed, trivialized, or politicized. Meanwhile, Dr. Christopher Tufton says he believes he still retains the confidence of Prime Minister Andrew Holness following revelations of the deaths of 12 babies at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital. The babies died over a 4-month period from the outbreak of a bacterial infection at the maternity hospital. The Health and Wellness Minister has faced criticism over his decision not to alert the country or the Prime Minister about the outbreak. The opposition has called on him to resign, but Dr. Tufton says he retains the confidence of the government and the Prime Minister. The Health and Wellness Minister has been accused of an alleged dereliction of duty in deciding not to tell the country of the outbreak when he became aware, but he has pushed back at those suggestions. Dr. Tufton says he took the decision in an effort to avoid public panic and anxiety. He says he regrets not alerting the Prime Minister of the outbreak sooner. Continuing with the news tonight, in celebration of National Parenting Month that is being observed this month, the National Parenting Support Commission, an organization under the Ministry of Education and Youth, yesterday held a media launch as part of a call to action for all parents to actively participate in the responsibility of their immediate village. This month's celebration will be held under the theme Reunite the Village this year, in keeping with the spirit of Jamaica's 60th. Portfolio Minister Mrs. Favour Williams, while addressing the launch and fireside chat, highlighted the need to reduce the dysfunction and poor parenting displayed within our society.
National Parent Month focuses on the hallmarks of good parenting and what we can do to reduce the dysfunction and poor parenting skills we see displayed in our society all too often. It is an attempt to recognize parents who help to build right relationships with the children by affirming their worth and paying attention to all aspects of their lives, including the home-school relationship. As you know, the research supports it. Home-school partnerships are widely encouraged for the positive impact they have on students' motivation, engagement, behavior, plus academic and social outcomes. We're always hopeful that more and more of our parents dedicate time towards their children's education by volunteering, attending school functions, and reiterating lessons into everyday life.
The minister also stated there are 12,000 abuse cases annually in the Child Protection and Family Services Agency in state care, while emphasizing the need for such initiatives.
The Ministry of Education and Youth, through National Parent Support Commission, seeks to engender ownership and involvement in the village by all Jamaican parents. We envision that with the clear participation of all parents in the village, we will be able to encourage in a new way of tackling social and relationship challenges. And we've seen the numbers. We have an entity at the ministry called the Child Protection and Family Services Agency. It is the safety net for our children when they are abused. They're the entity that's the first responder, and annually, if you look at the data, they have about 12,000 cases annually that they have to be monitoring children in state care and so forth. So we do have an issue with parenting in this country. We know that not all parents are ineffective or bad parents, but there is a component of our society on which we need to really, really focus to give them the skills. And so I'm happy for this month-long activities that we will have with a particular focus on parents.
The country's UNICEF representative, Mr. Vincente Terran, in his remarks spoke on the new platform called ParentX, which allows parents to receive parenting information, tips, and motivation via their cellular phone.
We are very pleased to have partnered this year once again with the National Parenting Support Commission in the development and launch of a new positive parenting intervention called ParentX. ParentX is an automated WhatsApp mobile messaging services for parents. It's spearheaded by UNICEF Jamaica in partnership with the University of Oxford and the National Parenting Support Commission. It was developed with support from the European Union-funded Spotlight Initiative to prevent family violence. ParentX puts helpful parenting information, tips, encouragement, and motivation literally at parents' fingertips on their cell phones. We all have a cell phone. I don't have it with me. That's strange, but we all have a cell phone, and that service provides us the opportunity to get insightful tips. And I think today we are in a celebration mode because we know that we have reached already 1,000 parents that are accessing these services. And I don't know how many people are here. Maybe we are about 150. But if we all start using this service and we promote these services, we will reach another 1,000. And this can become a wave of parenting tips for everybody. And I think if you go and check the services, you will see how useful it is and how well has been customized to the needs in Jamaica. And thank you to the UNICEF team and the National Parenting Support Commission that has made this possible.
And those are the stories making news. I am Shelley Hill. Do stay safe, pleasant viewing, and thanks for watching.